is allergies related and under the same mechanisms as asthma? Can
Yes.
you tell us about both?
Allergies are kind of like a mild form of asthma, but you have eczema, you have nasal rhinitis allergies, you have food allergies with digestion, you have all different types of allergies, but they're all interrelated, and but it affects a huge percent of the population. I mean, asthma and severe allergies affects about 15% of the population. It could affect up to children. I think it affects you know a third of the population has at least some allergies, and then children have about 15% are asthmatics.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of people can be suffering with this. And what I'm saying here, like other diseases, the medical profession can make things even worse with drugs. And they can turn a mild asthmatic or a person with mild allergies and start medicating them, and then they have severe allergies and more chronic conditions from the use of the drugs they give to treat them. Can make things worse. Like antibiotics when you give antibiotics for viral infections, when children are young with their first cold or their first ear infection, you start to give them antibiotics, and it makes their future ear infections and sinus infections more serious. Likewise, when you start using beta agonists, those rescue inhalers, over time it makes the lungs more irritable and makes the lungs more hyper-responsive, and you develop more chronic allergies from the use of these medications they give them. And of course, there's non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, aspirin and Motrin and Aleve, and these things also can worsen asthma and create asthmatic in the use of medications, which people are not aware of. There's so many things people are not aware of that we can talk about today.
Yeah, I really wanted to start with the amount of misinformation going around about this topic too, because I feel like the world and society and maybe medicine has brainwashed us to think that allergies is normal, you're unlucky, asthma, it's just luck of the draw, and that don't worry, we'll fix it, we'll get you on the right medications.
Drugs will take care of it all.
Which we're hearing now from you the exact opposite. But it's also, we want to tell people on a positive note, you do have the power to do something, and you can improve these symptoms with the right education.
Exactly. And so we can talk about that asthma is increasing. More people have problems breathing. And of course, there's more pollution. There's global warming. There's obviously smoke. There's mold. There's all types of things that can trigger asthma. But the responsiveness to the lung to a mild degree of irritant is, of course, worsened by your own immune system, your diet, the microbiome in your gut. All these things affect your hyper-responsiveness to irritants in the external world. And what we're saying here is that even people with hay fever, even people who are sensitive to pollen, even people with cat allergies, over my career, I've had many people get well so they can be exposed to cats. They can be exposed to pollen. They lost their hay fever. In other words, being a Nutritarian has enabled people to make complete recovery from these environmental allergens, and particularly to asthma, and lose the hyperresponsiveness. And people they could feel well until they get a cold, and then they get a cold, and they can have asthma with the cold that could last them for a month now. And all that is related to their immune function and their overall, and mostly related to their diet.
So give us some doctor talk. I want some education here on why do these things start in the first place? Is it an autoimmune response that isn't functioning properly? Like, why is someone experiencing asthma or an allergy?
Well, you have a body that's prone to inflammation, and we talk about that cells require a certain amount of antioxidants, these phytonutrients found in colorful plants. And it's the ratio of the concentration of phytonutrients in the plant and the amount of toxicity built up in the cell. So the same, you could say, conditions that eventually lead to ill health down the road in your life, the same causes can create asthma in a child. So we know that, for example, dairy products and eggs and sweets and fried foods are probably the major drivers of this immune system dysfunction in childhood, and lack of vegetables in the diet. And we have studies that show that as people change their diet, asthma clears. So it's not just my word and my work over the last 4 decades. It's also, we have studies to document that this method of getting well is effective and it works.
Is there any food or food group that is particularly harmful for asthma?
Well, don't forget, each person's different,
Hmm.
so it's not the same. So we know that fried foods and heated oils hurts everybody and damages the lungs, and even inhaling the smoke from cooking oils can damage the lungs too and create a tendency to asthma. So even if you worked in a fast food restaurant or a movie theater and you inhaled the smoke off the fryers or off the popcorn machines, that could be damaging to your lungs. So like secondhand smoke does.